Again, Jimmy D here, and in today's video, we are going to grab our rewards points by earning an achievement in a Game Pass game called Kona, where we are working towards 100% completion, so we can get that 1000 gamer score, or that platinum trophy, or whatever you guys get in Switch and Steam. If you guys are just starting to follow along, I do offer an achievement select in the descriptions below, as well as a link to my playlist at the end of this video. Remember guys, there is also timestamps in both the descriptions and in the comments so that you guys don't miss out on any of the collectibles along the way. And with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and start up our game. A lot of stuff to do today, guys. A lot of stuff to do. Let's get them all one step at a time so we don't miss a thing. Press any button, and let's continue on our save slot where we left off. It pushes us back just a little bit where we saved the last time, guys. So let's head forward and to the right of the store. Remember, this is where we picked up our fire starters, and we are going to head towards this back counter here as we need to pick up our next document right here on this back counter. Remember to get used to flicking your left stick to page through. In this case, it's not necessary, but get used to doing that because there are documents with more than one page. Let's go ahead and back off and then turn around to our left. Head back towards the front of the store, to the right and behind the counter here. And the power is going to shut off.
Suddenly occurred outside.
So let's go ahead and tap left on our D-pad to turn on our flashlight or torch. And then we are going to examine these drawers here, guys. We need to go to the third drawer here and open it up, as we need to pick up the duct tape and some matches. Go to the next drawer over and pick up our next document for the customer credit.
Log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just
go to the next drawer over, as it contains the garage key that we will need. Let's turn around and interact with the ladder and move it to the right. Grab this first aid kit, as we will definitely need it later on. And then head to the right where we slid the ladder with our unbelievable strength all the way to the right. And climb up it. At the top, guys, we are going to find a bottle of sherry wine, which we will need to progress through a later chapter and get an achievement later on. Climb down the ladder. And tap here. Actually, it turns on automatically. My bad. And our flashlight, that is. And head back to this back corner of the counter and pick up our next document. The note
Carl knew that
from
Gilles Lachance was in charge of the
Gilles.
general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees.
Remember to scroll down and flick your left stick to ensure that you've read the entire document. Go ahead and back off. And now we are going to go ahead to the register and enter any two numbers. I'm going to enter these two, giggity, and press sale. And that'll open up the register. go ahead and grab the key here for the post box. And then let's turn to our left and head all the way to the back of the store. Let's turn on our flashlight so we can see what the hell we're doing. And we need to turn this switch here. So to turn it from the main electricity power to the generator, then open up our box here, fuse box, breaker box if you will, and we need to turn off the main store breaker and turn on the garage breaker. Turn to our left and open this door. And we're going to scare away the wolves that are in the back here, so they're bugger off.
Recalled something from his military training.
Head towards the bin
Wolves
that they were
always
interacting
stay
with.
away from populated areas.
Open it up.
Wait, was it about bears?
And grab our next document, the torn paper.
Hate was in the air. Seems like some villagers barely tolerated each other.
Remember to read the entire document, flicking your left stick. Get into that habit, guys. It is important. Turn to your right. There is an ice formation right here that we need to take a picture of for our next paparazzi or photo achievement. So press down on your D-pad.
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally,
Press your
had
left
seen a share
trigger
of husbands caught red-handed cheating.
and take
There's
a
always
picture.
something out there waiting to be
Tapping A.
snapped away.
Or I'm sorry, tapping your right trigger. Remember, guys, if it gives you any other option than to keep the picture, you are not doing it correctly. Only keep the picture is the correct way so that you are ensured to get this achievement. So tap A to keep the picture.
Prince? Carl
Tap
found
down
a
on your
surprise
D-pad.
at every turn.
Turn
Was the camera
directly
faulty,
around.
or was it a possible
And we're
leak?
going to head towards this, like, I guess you could say like a patio fireplace type deal. And go ahead and start it up. Pressing and holding A. And we're going to grab a couple of logs here, guys. We'll fill up our inventory. Once it says it's full, we are going to head back to the pickup. Now you can click your left thumbstick to have Carl run for like 3 seconds, and then he gets exhausted, probably because of the cold. And we are going to go ahead and take our extraneous stuff in our inventory, such as logs. Remember, we always want to keep at least one, but we're going to deposit. And we are going to deposit around 30-ish logs into the back of the pickup so that when we need them, they're there for us, as it's better to have and not need than need and not have. Go ahead, pick them up. And of course, I'm going to edit out all this depositing. Once we deposited 30 or so logs into the truck, let's head back to the garage. And use the key we obtained to open it up. Head inside, turn on your flashlight, and in the second drawer here on the right, We're going to grab some parts. Next door over, we're going to grab the pliers. And then head back outside. Remember, guys, that the door opens inwards, so we got to kind of step out of the way. Turn to our right. We're going to grab a few more logs here. Tap right to get rid of the flashlight. Just to top off our personal inventory. And head back towards the building where we came from initially, as we need to repair the generator.
Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
And then go ahead and turn it on. Let's head back to the garage itself. Remember, guys, any fire that you step up on gives us the save icon, as well as replenishes our health. Head back into the garage. Let's turn on the light. Turn it on. Did I not turn on the generator inside correctly? Let's check. Pretty sure the generator's running. Check the breaker switches. Turn on the garage. There we go. Thought I turned them on, but sorry about that, guys. Head back to the garage. And turn on the light here. There we go. Head all the way around to the back side of the car. And here against the window is a switch to activate the lift. And underneath the car was a crowbar that we needed to pick up.
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp.
Head out of the
Surely
garage.
It would come in handy at some point.
And head back towards the truck. Here next to the truck, guys, is a mailbox that we need to interact with. Open the top.
Something
And
fell to
unlock the
bottom
bottom.
of the box.
And we are going to pick up
The murder weapon.
the murder weapon, as well as
What was that doing there?
the mini
Carl
key,
wondered.
which
Hamilton must
opens
have
up
been determined to
that
keep
little
some
lock
information
box
secret to post this key.
that
Shame
we
he got
got
unlucky.
in the car at the very
Everything makes
beginning
sense now.
for
Poor Hamilton's
our
denunciation
next
was
document,
interrupted, and he figured it
letter
would be
to
best
Hamilton,
to lock everything up and send the key to his
number 7
correspondent,
of
who would
46.
receive the box later on. Clever,
Remember to
but not enough.
flick your left stick
That's what
and
happens
page
to
down.
ordinary people playing spy.
Back off. Now, let's head inside, guys, as we need to interact with the switch, or I'm sorry, the breakers once again. And go ahead and turn off the garage and turn on the store power. Head back to behind the register, as we need to turn on pump 2 so we can fill up our gas tank on the truck. Head back around the counter and head outside. Interact with the pump. And let's fill up our gas tank. Once we've done that, guys, let's turn directly around
Carl knew straight away where
as
to
we
find the
need to head out into the
infuriated
field
Gilles
here.
house. Any good investigation
Notice the
would
gap
have to
in
start
between the
there.
blue tarp and the bushes. Let's go ahead between the gap here. Straight up the path, you are going to see an ice block. We're just using this as a reference. Notice the wolf paw prints. We need to follow them.
To know the store and its
So
surroundings
let's
like the
follow
back of
them a
his
little
hand.
bit further.
The seeker had sought.
And you can see another blue ice block up ahead, guys. Using this as a reference point. Stop at this blue ice block. You're going to see basically an ice figure up ahead. And we need to break out our camera before we get too close and take a picture of this ice figure. Head forward ever so slightly. Left trigger and right trigger to take a picture. And you know you are close enough to take a proper picture. Of course, when it says A to keep the picture, tap down on your D-pad and approach the picture. Ice figure here, guys, and it's going to put us
what the hell
into a little visionary cutscene.
Fossilized in ice. All of a sudden, Carl felt like he was pulled inside a world of dreams. A cold, unknown.
We are going to follow these tracks
Somehow,
kind of backwards, guys,
self-control was slipping from his grasp.
to this campfire here. And you're going to notice a document here on the log that we can collect, which is number 8 of 46.
This was
The
a hunting
mysterious journal.
Better yet,
And
a
sure
war
to
diary.
scroll all the way down and then flick your left stick to go to the second page. We need to get used to doing this, guys. I can't say it enough. Then go ahead, back out. Continue to follow the back footsteps backwards, just around these rocks here, guys. We are going to grab the necklace, which we need to pick up.
What could these engraved numbers mean?
Go ahead, back off.
Fresh path suddenly
And then,
appeared
of
before
course,
Carl.
follow the footsteps backwards. And we are going to come up on this truck here. Go ahead and open the door. And check out what's on the front seat.
Carl
Gilles
had that feeling
wallet.
you get when you immerse your frozen
And
hands in hot water.
Boof.
What happened? Now at least he knew who the unfortunate man petrified in ice was. Gilles Lachance. the
Gilles
general
Lachance.
store's
There's our booth. The Last Stand. This one is chapter progressive, guys. You can't miss this. From here, guys, let's turn to the left. You are going to see the fence here up ahead. Head towards this telephone pole. And keeping the fence on our left, we're going to follow it all the way up to the ice block. This is the ice block that we first came across from the general store. So we're going to turn right and, of course, follow the wolf prints up to the next ice block, where we came across the ice statue. We're going to turn to our left, and then we are going to notice some rocks up ahead, guys. It didn't count during our vision, but now it does. This is the first campfire that we are going to encounter in the game. Of course, I believe it's one of 19, yes. Now, we don't have to light it in order for it to count, but in order for us to get our save point, let's go ahead and light it. Notice our save icon here, guys. From this point, guys, yes, this document we have already collected during the vision, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's go ahead and pause our game. We are going to ensure that we are saved properly, so let's go to options and save. exit to the main menu. Quit our game. Turn in our rewards for the day. And we got a whole slew of them, guys. Head home. And for continued rewards, continued achievements and trophies, and continued videos, guys, you know what buttons to press. But as always, have a great day. See ya.